Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned to Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, tools are ready, and the talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know-how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here, it's not just about fixing cars. It's about keeping you rolling and saving you money and giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood. From the classics to the commuters, the weird noises, and the what-the-heck moments, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee, sit back, join the crew, because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop, stories, smarts, a few good laughs, and yes, I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins. I'm right here. I'm here to help you. That's right. I'm here to help you. Fully licensed, qualified automotive service technician on light truck and passenger vehicles, heavy equipment, and the big, as they call them, lorries, trucks, the big trucks. Worked for Mack Trucks of Canada in Peterborough, Ontario. I really enjoyed the big trucks, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not tinker, tinker, tinker. Everything's big. The only thing about that is it doesn't take many minutes to get hurt. That's for sure. But the cars are like tinkering. They're like little tinker toys. But the big rigs, yeah, that's something else. So anyways, jump in this morning if you're in the queue to get through the drive-thru and grab your morning beverage, whatever that may be. I've got my herbals here to get me started and deal with the cortisol issue. Yeah. I wonder if a fuel injection flush can get rid of body fat. I don't know. I don't think I'd try it. If I were you, I wouldn't do it. Well, this morning we're going to be talking about older is better right now. We're going to crack open a few reminders to kind of try and adjust your mindset, because there comes a point, even when you're out there trading time for money, the home to work thing, and making car payments and paying principal and interest, there comes that time when warranty falls off, the payments are done, and now what? Now what? I know what the talking heads want you to do is just to hand the keys in and get right back into the trading time for money thing and making principal and interest payments on a car that depreciates faster than light speed. And that is the truth. But on a pre-owned automobile, somebody else has already taken the depreciation hit. Hint, hint, we're going to talk about these things. So stick around, get your morning coffee, whatever that is, put together. In about a minute, we'll have our morning swiggy together, and we'll have our daily weather. I think we have some wet stuff coming in. Stay with me. Let's bear with it. You know, if you've been doing some flower planting and whatnot, they do require Mother Nature's nectar. Yeah. So, and the farmers are busy catching up and planting. And I haven't checked in with my friend Charlie, who owns a number of farms. I know he was scrambling to get the seeds in the ground. And after the seeds are in the ground, they need a little lick from Mother Nature to get them to germinate and get the process going. So everything in life has a process, including your automobile, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I haven't seen any emails from those who have the guts to do the 30-day fuel savings challenge that will net you out $100 in fuel savings. This I know because I've been doing it for a long time myself, and it does work. But you have to work. It's not that you plan to work. You got to work the plan. Exactly. So send me an email. Let me know you're ready and willing and able to take on the 30-day fuel savings challenge. And I guess, you know, if I don't get any emails, I guess you're all okay with not saving any money, putting money back in your pocket. Is that true? Well, that's not what I'm hearing out there, but it's motormouth.jenkins@gmail.com or Nile, N-I-L-E, no S. Okay, let's ditch the S thing. I'm not Niles Crane. It's N-I-L-E, like the river, spelt the same. It's funny, when I was on the weekend in the dunk tank and people want to meet me after they put me in the water and, kind of apologize. It's freezing cold. And I'm going, yeah, it's okay. It's all for charity. And, oh, what's your name? Niall. Oh, are you having fun, Neil? You getting it? Anyways, I thought I'd just share that with you. I'm not sure how that works. So anyways, we've got a lot to get through in a short time to get there, and we need to say thank you to our program partners, because simply without them, you wouldn't be getting this program. We'd have to send you an invoice, and everyone would have to divvy it up to pay for it, okay? So that's what I'm saying. So for those who say, you talk too much, you yak too much, well, I've been on talk radio for 32 years. Hello, talk radio. I'm not sure how you can mess that up. But anyhows, without sponsors, there's no talk radio. There's no movies, television, Netflix, the whole gamut. So I don't know where a person like that lives, or if they just crawled out from under a rock somewhere. But the world works on program partners and sponsors. Exactly. So we want to say thank you to Earl Louise Grant at City Auto Sales and Leasing. That is a place where you can purchase with confidence and be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. Low mileage, quality vehicles at fair prices. They're the GTA's, Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. So let them know that we sent you. It's worth your drive to go there. If they don't have the vehicle you're looking for, get in touch with Earl and Louise and let them know what specific vehicle you're looking for. They have the resources. Let them do the legwork. And Earl's not just going to drag a piece of junk home and put some lipstick on a pig and sell it to you. That is not City Auto Sales and Leasing. That's not who they are. So thank you to our good friends, Earl and Louise Grant, for being there for us, because that's the second largest investment you're going to make next to a home or some property, or some solid gold bars or silver. Yeah, whatever floats your boat. And thank you to our CFPs. Again, I like to emphasize, if you've got questions regarding finances in whatever extreme, don't hesitate to sit down with Tony Miele or Larry Tetro. Lay the cards on the table. Let them know where you're at. Get your questions answered by a certified financial planner, not an advisor like at the bank or anywhere else. If they don't have the letters in front of their name, CFP, don't sit there. They don't know tax laws. They don't know estate planning. They have no idea other than selling cookie cutter investments that they're told to sell. And no disrespect to them, that's their position in the bank. You need to sit with a certified financial planning professional that can look at all aspects of your financial life. So please don't give up on yourself if you're under a lot of pressure right now with debt and you've got an investment portfolio in the bank. You've really got to move it out of there, folks. That's all I can say. If you're not making any money, that's the bottom line. You're not. The bank is. You're getting a Ziploc bag of change. So an hour and a coffee discovery meeting is where you can get all your questions answered. And I've been working with Tony and Larry for over 20 years. They are my brothers from other mothers, and I appreciate all that they have done for me over the years, and I know they can do it for you. So please don't give up on yourself, and stop the arguing over finances and sit down and let's take a look at all of it in a discovery meeting. Leave your wallet and your purse at home, but do that today. I really do challenge you and urge you to do that today. Connect with Tony Miele or Larry Tetro and book that appointment, and don't chicken out. No matter what that little voice in your head says, don't chicken out. Book the meeting and take the meeting and get your questions answered and watch what happens. All is not lost, okay? All is not lost. Thank you to Kathy, Dave, and Dan Grimo at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls. Building Canada since 1931. with building supplies, making blocks on site to make buildings, and their specialty is also hardscape landscaping materials. So they have everything you'll need and then some to create that beautiful backyard oasis. And you know what? I think it's a great idea. I love sitting in the backyard. We've got some landscaping done back there many years ago, and we keep it maintained. It's a nice place to sit in the summer months in a cool morning and have a cup of coffee and just kind of tune out the world for a while. And it's a great place to celebrate with family, friends, and neighbors. You know, the good neighbors. Yeah, exactly. That's how you make good neighbors. Put up fences. I'm just kidding. But they can help you to get that designed. They can line you up with a contractor that they know they can recommend to you to put and organize that hardscape landscaping project you want to get done, and get it done from start to finish and then enjoy it. And thank you to Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, Canada and U.S., for doing what they do best for well over 25 years, and that is help those that are ready to break free from their addiction. And I'll tell you, folks, you see that going on right now with all age groups, and these people that are dedicated at the Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, they know what they're doing. But you cannot convince someone to go. They need to make that decision on their own. So Skippy and I reach out to do everything we can to get them there. And how we do that is through our online merch store. We get asked, do you have merch? Yes, we have Car Connection Motormouth merch. On the homepage of our website is where everything that you need to point, click, connect, follow the builds and the repair work that we do, and connect with our program partners. All of that is available for you 24/7. You click on a logo, you meet one of our program partners or recommended businesses. Top right-hand corner, that's where all our links are for our YouTube channel. We're well over 400 pieces of information there for you to enjoy. Just basic automotive repairs and maintenance. That's it. Learning how to take care of your automobile, how to understand it a lot more, so you get that aha moment. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. And that's how, we teach the 5 things in the videos. We're not building monster trucks or custom cruisers or muscle cars. I'm teaching you basic automotive repairs and maintenance. How to know your automobile. That's it. You don't need to be a rocket scientist or a spaceship designer or an IT dude that writes the gobbledygook. None of that. You'll learn what it is, where it is, how it works, how you broke it, and what you could have learned to prevent that breakage from happening. Just learning the basics of vehicle ownership is going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars. So that's available to you. Subscribe. 83% of you are enjoying the videos, but you're not subscribed. I don't know why. Because Skippy and I are working our tails off to build more and more content, and we need to get to monetization so we can buy parts, provide the labor, shoot the video, and help someone out. And then maybe it could be you. I don't know, but let's get the ball rolling. Help us out by doing simple things like share, follow, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you're notified of the new videos coming out and you don't miss any automotive tech tips whatsoever. And I keep it super simple. No, I can't tell you what a banana tastes like if you've never had one, or give you a haircut over the phone, but the YouTube videos will show you how to take better care of your automobile, which will save you thousands of dollars. So our Freedom Expressions online store is there for you. Whatever you order gets shipped directly to your door, and all the proceeds go to Total Freedom Addiction Centers, Canada and U.S., because we want to do our part, Skippy and I, to help that next person get to campus. So let's jump in this morning. On 3, 2, 1, we're going to have our morning beverage, and we're going to get the weather forecast, and we're going to get down to business because, half an hour scoots along very, very quickly. Are you ready? Got your beverage? 3, 2, 1. I could have a few 3, 2, 1s if you know what I'm saying. I hope your beverage is as good as mine this morning. But I have to have my herbals first. Otherwise, I balloon out like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I got one of those metabolisms. I can look at a box of donuts and gain 25 pounds, and I didn't even touch the cardboard. Are you like that? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget in the YouTube channel, it's huge for you to put a comment, okay? And the reason behind that is the algorithm gods. We keep them happy. They move our videos out to bigger audiences, which means we reach more people, help more people. So it's all a science. It really is. It's a science. Blinded by science. I've heard that somewhere before. All right, weather forecast. Here it is. Remember, I'm not the message, just the messenger. We've got RAIN, precipitation coming in the Niagara region anyway, and the south shores of Lake Erie. 0.15 of an inch is a possibility today. 60 degrees right now, partly cloudy. Wind is making it feel cooler, about 58 degrees. Sunny conditions from 7 till 9, so catch it. A couple hours, and then the drizzle starts. Expected, hang on, hold the phones. Drizzle expected around 5 p.m. Drizzle's good to kind of stitch those new plants into the ground that you've planted this past couple of weekends. Today's temperature range from 60 degrees to 83 degrees, but going to feel more like 58 to 83. So there you go. That's today. Today's high is going to be 83, overnight low 60. Yesterday, I thought it got a little warmer than 83 degrees. It was, but I think what it is we're not acclimatized yet. We really aren't, which is not good. And I kind of figured we were going to go from, we're bouncing around the 40s, the 50s, early 60s, and then boom, right into the 80s. And I was sweating pancakes yesterday. Pancakes. Yes, absolutely. Copious quantities of dark maple syrup, pure maple syrup. All right, let's jump in. You got your crayons ready? You got your Car Connection leaf bag laptop? Perfect. Let's move on. You ready? I didn't hear anybody say they're ready. Oh, okay, I got it now. I'm ready. Older is better is the title of this morning's 5 things. I'm giving you more 5 things. I'm staying on that formula to not overwhelm you with way too much information, because sometimes it can feel like you're sucking on a fire hose, or you're just taking in way too much information way too fast. It's like a lot of these online influencers teaching stuff online should not be teaching. They really shouldn't. Because I don't want to watch somebody going click, click, click. You go here, click, 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 and your eyes are going all over, and you're like, first of all, I don't understand the language you're speaking. Second of all, I don't even know what you're clicking on. And at the end of the video, I guess they expect you to watch and click on the video 100 bajillion times until you figure out what they're doing. That's exhausting. That's not teaching. I teach. So let's slow it down. And how do you eat an elephant? My professor would say, 1 bite at a time. So older is better right now, and it looks like it's going to be that way for quite some time. So settle in with an older vehicle. If the old vehicle that's older is in your driveway, and it's in good shape, keep it in good shape. Remember, you don't have to go out trading time for money and buy a vehicle to impress people you don't even know, and you may not even necessarily like them. So why do it? I don't do it. Even when I was younger, I paid my price. That's why I have Mo. It's almost like a trophy for me. My 1983 Toyota short box Mojave 4x4. I was 22 when I bought it at 17.93% interest. You heard that right. 17.93% interest over 5 years. So if the day that I bought it was $11,200 all in. By the time I paid the loan off, I had paid $22,500 in principal and interest. Was that smart? SMRT? No. So that's why we're going to carve. I've been carving this laid out for a long time, and now I'm sharing it with you here on different platforms. So with Car Connection, we're not on radio anymore. It's even better being on podcasts because you can find us anywhere. Amazon, Spotify, Apple, Podbean, wherever you pull your podcasts from, just type in Car Connection Workshop. And I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins, and we call the program Motormouth Morning Drive. And it's scheduled for 8 a.m. every morning, Monday through Saturday. Fridays are Fun Fridays. That's when you need to get your questions in for Saturday's 1-hour program, Q&A, questions and answers. And I'll tell you, many of you have been sending in some really good questions, really good. So don't be shy to do so. It's motormouth.jenkins@gmail.com, Niall@ccbusnet.com, and I put all that information in the description boxes of our YouTube videos and podcasts. So all our podcasts populate to our YouTube channel, and we put up 3 new videos every single week to teach you. And the videos coming out that we're ahead of schedule, they're amazing. Even I'm even amazed myself. I'm dumazed sometimes, but let's get into this. Older is better right now, and I mean that. So the best vehicle in the driveway, if it's paid off and it's running well and it's solid and it's got a solid foundation, then it's go time. What does that mean? It means you need to learn to take really good care of it, and then you don't have to spend your time for money out there trading time for money to make I call it a stupid car payment, because I did stupid car payments for a while, and then I got smart, and I got sharpened by listening to my bank manager at the time say, I love all these people here. And I go, yeah, why is that, Frank? And he says, they're all paying interest. That ticked me off that day. Let me tell you, when I went outside, I had a meeting with my steering wheel, and I said, I'm done. I'm freaking paying this truck off in 1 year. And I did. And I may have almost shaved off 20 years of my life, but it was worth it, because that cheesed me off. I don't know how you'd feel about that, but when I heard that and how I felt like, why don't you just stand up and have them all bow to you and lick your bootstraps? I was disgusted by that, but it was a motivator for me to say, you know what, I'm not doing this trading time for money thing and making a car payment. I'll save, and buy an older vehicle that's been loved and taken care of, and somebody else has taken the hit on the depreciation. That's how you win. If you're sitting and learning finances from a certified financial planning professional, these are the things you're going to learn to win. And what it does is it puts money back in your pocket. So let's start with number 1. FYI, if you haven't figured it out yet, vehicles cost money all the way around. So I remember one guy I worked with, he had we all had trouble lights on the side of our box provided by the company we were working for at the time, which was Mack Trucks Canada. And his trouble light fell, and it blew the bulb out like the 3rd time. The bulb didn't break, it just broke the filament. And he had a tantrum for about 20 minutes. That's it. I'm done. I'm never buying another light bulb. They can't make a light bulb. They're all crap. I'm tired of working and having to buy light bulbs to keep my... And he went on with this for 20 minutes. And then afterwards I said, so can I have your trouble light then? No. Well, you're not buying a light bulb for it, so I'll I'll get a light bulb and I'll keep using it. I'll have a spare. No, it's my light. So then he goes on 20 minutes talking about the light. It's his light. I can't have it, but he's not going to buy light bulbs anymore. So I said, I guess you're going to be living in the dark at home when your bulbs go out. Oh, I never thought of that. So, FYI, vehicles cost money, period, amen, done. It's in black and white, and it's carved out in stone. Vehicles simply cost you money to own it. And if you're not willing to put money into it and you're not happy with doing that, then you probably should not have an automobile. You should get a bus pass or a donkey, camel, something nice that you can, going to be a little uncomfortable in the winter and the hot season, but just the same, animals need care as well. And so does your automobile. It needs car care. That's what it needs. And you've got to surrender to the fact of one of two things. I ain't going to put any money into this older car, and I don't like trading time for money and losing my life making car payments. You've all got to stand on one line or the other, not both. So I can't do that for you. That's something you have to do yourself. But I'll tell you what. I own older automobiles, and yes, before you even say it, it's quite a lame excuse for you to say, well, you're a mechanic. That's a lame excuse that you're giving me. I still have to put in time and money, parts and labor. So if I lose a day out of the studio, I've got to make up all that time because everything flies on a schedule. You can't just say, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'll take care of it tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. Sorry to tell you, but it does not work that way. When you're in media and you're producing and you're writing and you're editing, all those things have to be done on time. The microphone never waits. That's something I learned in 31 years being on the radio. At 6:59 and 30 seconds for 31 years, I had to be in front of that microphone. Yep, no matter what. 6:59 and 30. 6:59:30 every day. So that decision is what you have to make and come to terms with, is if you prefer to trade time for money and make, I don't know how people are doing it. Honest to goodness, I'd barf in a dish somewhere if I was paying off $64,000 of sheet metal and rubber. That after 5 years, I'd be lucky if I can recoup 1/3 of what I paid for it. That is a bad decision. Hello? It is. It really, really is not a good decision. You lose your job. There's two of you in the household. Someone goes down for whatever reason. Can you make that payment? How long can you sustain that? That's a question that you have to answer. You really do. And I'll tell you, Earl and Louise Grant, Mama Louise won't let you walk out of their pre-owned dealership broke, car broke. She'll have a little mama chat with you, and it's your ultimate decision, but she'll sit down and say, hey, we really need to take a look at the numbers here and what can possibly happen and go wrong that could really put your household upside down and sideways. And we don't want to see that happen. So how many pre-owned car lot owners would do something like that for you? Just say, hey, psst, sit there. Listen, you're getting in way too deep. You still got to maintain it. You still got to pay insurance. You still got to pay, gas and oil and maintenance. All has to be done. You can't just drive just because you bought it doesn't mean it's maintenance free for the next 5 years. You're going to need the money to pay for the expenses to keep a vehicle, and not just fixing it when the thing says, I'm done for today. I'm not taking you to work. And it goes in the shop and you have a whole list of things that need to be fixed that have been going wrong, but you've not paid attention to it. So number 2, once you get past the mindset that owning and operating an automobile, vehicles cost money, we're well on our way to success. Number 2, they require and demand regular maintenance. So you can put it off only so long, and then, as I just already mentioned, now you've got a plethora of problems. And my own 2007 FJ Cruiser just went through its spring evaluation, and even one of my neighbors, I just had it out on the weekend for the first time in 5 weeks, because I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give this vehicle a super duper evaluation. Anything that looks questionable is going to get updated. Why? Because in July it's going to be 20 years old. That's right, 2 decades, and it's still healthy. And you'll say, well, you're a licensed mechanic. No, that's your excuse for not doing it. That's not my excuse, because I know I put a lot of hours on that truck after all broadcasting and stuff is done. And you can see that in the YouTube videos. We've shared all of it with you, what it takes, what it means to do a full evaluation and keep that sucker going. Why? It's paid off. That's the truck I paid off because the bank manager cheesed me off by saying, those are all my best customers. Why, Frank? Well, because they're all paying interest. Nice. You're not even a human. You're just an asset. And then he went on to say that they're the bank's best asset. Those are our real customers. They're paying interest. So that's the truck I paid off in 1 year. I worked almost 100 hours a week, and I said, I'm going to make him eat those words. You ever had that feeling? I'm going to make you eat crow, baby. And that spurred me on, and I did it. And it was hard, but at the end of the day, it was, that's it. I'm done. I'm not doing any more principal and interest stuff. I will take care of my vehicles like it's the last one I can ever buy. Because even when you finish making the payments, what's next? You going to go get another one to avoid repairing it and maintaining it? I don't know. That's the question you have to answer. Are you willing to continue to trade time for money, or would you much rather buy something that's in really good shape, if you don't already have it, and keep that thing in top drawer condition? That's money in the bank. And you're getting, what else you're getting? Time back. You're getting time back and money. So vehicles require regular maintenance all the time, not waiting until something goes wrong. Doing that is where you get the humongous repair bills. Staying on top of it and maintaining it, that's the reason we have the Car Connection fleet maintenance system. You don't have to think about anything. Just post it up. I've done it all. I've done all the homework for you. Post it up. Can you read it? I would say you probably can. Read it. Can you put a check mark in the box beside the maintenance that needs to be done? I would say you could probably do that. That's as tough as it gets, folks. Like, I'd love to come to your house and post it up and make the check marks and say, hey, you need to get the car booked in tomorrow. I'll take care of that for you. But that's the part you have to do. And when you do it and you get in a routine, you know what? You're not taking a hit on vehicle depreciation. You're not paying all that interest. You own it. You own it. It's as simple as that. Number 3, I hope I'm not being too hard on you. Did I hurt your feeling? I hope not. But anyways, it's reality. It is. It's reality. And sometimes we just need a reality check up. Number 3, mileage. You've heard me say this, and I'm going to harp on it. In fact, I'm going to get them to make a shirt available to you for our store that says mileage doesn't matter, maintenance does. And that could apply to anything in life. Imagine that. You know, it doesn't matter how. I had an older guy who was 93. He could walk on his hands. Handstand. Fred was his name. Fred Marshall. I'd say, Fred, show my friends here that you can walk on your hands. Boop. And away he goes. 93 years old. Fit as a fiddle. So Age doesn't matter if you're maintaining your health and wellness. Owning a home. Are you not going to take care of it and the roof's caving in and the roof's leaking and the plumbing's leaking? No, that's your investment. You're going to take care of it. It needs maintenance all the time. Houses are like, someone once said, does it ever stop? I go, no, it's like owning a boat. Best day of owning a boat is the day you sell it. And talk to a boater. They'll tell you. They'll go, yeah, that's right. Snowmobiles, ATVs, motorcycles, all of it, folks. All. Cottages, trailers, campers, glampers, all needs maintenance. Otherwise, you need stinking piles of cash so that when the thing can't handle life anymore and it caves in on you, you go and get a new one. Instead of taking care of it and fixing it, you're just going to have to settle in. Here's the alternative. If your mindset is, I don't want to put any money into the car, then just settle in to the never, never plan. And that is getting up early, going to bed late, getting up early and trading time for money. Home to work, home to work, home to work, home to work, make a car payment. Home to work, home to work, home to work, home to work, make a car payment. And then all of a sudden the boss says, I'm cutting you back from 44 hours to 26. Now what? Now what? It's not that we plan to fail. It's mostly that we always, as human beings, fail to plan. I've been there. And I'll tell you, at the age I am now, if I knew then what I know now, I'd be talking to you from a microphone in the Cayman Islands, sipping a fruit drink while letting the ocean water lap on my feet and feeling the ocean breeze fluffing my hair. Yeah, and snapping my fingers. Beverage? Yeah, exactly. And then I woke up and I realized that's not going to happen. Chances are not. So mileage does not matter. Maintenance does on everything we touch. Period. It's maintenance. Number 4, because I got to get out of here. So let's just talk more about how important the maintenance does. That's the part that you got to nod your head up and down. Okay, Motormouth, I'm getting it. Yeah, that's how you own a vehicle that's 2007, just shy of 400,000 kilometers. And can I do it again? Oh, absolutely. I got one behind it, 99, the 99 Honda Civic DX. That thing is a sweetheart to drive with air conditioning that is cold enough to hang beef in there. And it's a 99, 319,000 kilometers. No big deal, folks. It is no big deal when you become the caregiver. That's how you're able to keep a dog or a cat longer. You got to maintain it, right? If you don't, the thing expires. A car is exactly the same way. It needs to be watered, needs to be taken out for a run, and it needs to have checkups. And you got to feed it all the time. I just fed one yesterday and said, egads, man. Can we not burn water? We got lots of it. And last but not least, plan to keep it. Folks, this is coming from my heart. If it's in great shape, forget about going and making payments, driving something to impress people you don't even know, you don't even like, trading time for money, giving up family time. And I know everyone, the whole planet is exhausted, is tired, lack of sleep, L of S. And that's just, we have to settle into that until we get our own planet and get rid of the people that are really cheesing us off and flick them off the planet. Can we make a big fly swat, do you think? Yeah. So plan to keep it. is going to save you a lot of money. You say, well, Motormouth, you had your truck in the shop for 5 weeks. Yeah, doing upgrades. Things that they're not broken yet, but they're on their way. Fix it. Replace it before that happens. And then you got a $250 tow bill if you don't have CAA. And if you do, they'll say, well, we don't pick up yellow trucks today. We're only doing blue ones. Yeah, I paid into that for a long time, and every time I needed a tow, there was always a reason why they could not, and that's when I shredded their card and got smart. Yeah, but that's what it costs, about $250. Get your vehicle off the roadway to a workshop where they can fix it. It all circles back. So why do I do those upgrades? I don't want to be on the side of the road. I don't want to pay for a stupid tow bill just to get me back home to the shop when I knew things needed to be upgraded. So belts, hoses, bearings, pulleys, brakes, it's all wear and tear items. And it's going to be 20 years old next month. So, yeah, the rubber transmission lines are 20 years old. Yeah, they got to come off. Yeah, so I did a whole belt. You have to watch the videos. It's all there for you to show you why you do it, how you do it, and getting it done buys you another 10 years or so on the same vehicle. That's it. No car payments, no principal or interest. So plan to keep it and take really good care of it. And that doesn't mean taking it in when something's busted. You want to get it into the shop for a checkup on a regular basis. That's what will give you peace of mind driving. And you say, well, I want a newer vehicle for peace of mind driving. Really? So that's not going to break down? Is that what you're telling me? Geez, wow, I didn't know that. Of course it is. Even when they're brand new, they're breaking like hotcakes. Yeah, because that's a whole new kettle of fish there. So if you want to avoid forever car payments, implementing a long-term game plan is what will give you the results you're really looking for. Is to save money, save time, big time. And you know what? I know you can, because I can. And I'm teaching you if you're willing to listen and do. That's the difference. The do does and the did is done. That's how you have to live life. No one else is going to come into your home and ask for your car keys and take your car down to the shop and fix it for free and deliver it back to the driveway and say, there you go. Hey, thanks for letting me do that for you. That's not reality. Reality is many of us love the desired results, but not many of us love the effort it's going to take to get there. You've got to be willing to fall in love with the effort to get to the desired results. And that goes for one of the things that many people think about every day. I could stand to lose 15 or 25 pounds. Well, having a brisk sit is not going to do it. Not changing your lifestyle and eating healthier, starving yourself, that's not true. Being 15, 20 hours a week on a treadmill or a stepper in the gym is not going to do it either, because on your way home you stop at Timmy's and get yourself a ice cap. There's 900 and bazillion calories. You've got to, if you want to change some things in your life, you've got to change some things in your life. I lost 90 pounds, 91 to be exact. How did I do it? I ran the Wentworth Street stairs, if you want to Google that. And nobody was running the Wentworth Street stairs in downtown Hamilton. Yeah, nobody. I got that started because I got sick and tired of being out of breath. And then one time I saw a picture of myself catching frogs and my belly was hanging over. And I go, who is that? Oh my gosh, that's me. And that did it. Like Frank, the bank manager, saying, look at all these people coming in. It's busy today. I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, they're walking assets because they're great customers because they're all paying interest. And that same switch went off in my head, and I lost 91 pounds. And you want to know how much time? Way too short. I gave myself a heart murmur. I did. And I threw up a couple times on those stairs the first time through. I didn't run them in the beginning, but I could run all the way up and all the way down, and I tailored my eating, and I lost 91 pounds. And I have kept it off. I SpongeBob once in a while. I blimp out just a little bit, but I keep a track on it, and then I get on it, and I'm on the downward scale. Most of us put some weight on in the winter. There's no service light going to come on other than you're monitoring your health and wellness, and that's what you need to do with your vehicle as well. Monitor the health and wellness. Something's broke, get it fixed. Even if it's something minor, get it fixed. Get in the habit of fixing. If you don't, here's the thing. When I used to go and buy vehicles from people privately, what I looked for was not the major things. I'd look at a vehicle to see how many little things are broken that they never bothered fixing. Because you know what that told me? If I asked them, oh, you had any problems with this car? Oh, no, it's been a charm. Well, why are you getting rid of it? That's the next question. And they lie. They do. But I'm walking around the car counting the number of little things that have never been fixed. If you can't fix the little things, would you fix the big things? Answer, no. I leave you with that. There you go. That's how I buy cars from private people. I don't do as much anymore. If somebody's looking for something and I come across a goodie and I know it's in their budget, if I can, I'll grab it and get it back to the shop and fix it up and just pass it on to them. So, it's all about either doing life on your own or doing life with your friends, right? Those are the ones that stick by you through thick and thin. And I'm here for you. Where else do you have full access to a fully licensed, up-to-date, qualified automotive service technician for free? I don't know. I went to McDonald's yesterday and bought a $2 ice cream cone on the way home. And, nobody was there to help me out. If you know what I'm saying. Till tomorrow. Keep it under 100. And I have a great day at work today. Make it a great day. Happy, healthy motoring to each and every one of you. I'm in your corner. I'm pulling for you. I really, really am. You have questions, you can email me a question anytime. My email addresses are in the description of the videos and also the podcasts. I write those myself, and I put extra tidbits in there, tips and techniques that will help you even more than what's in the podcast and what's on the YouTube video. So check that out. Peace, patience, and kindness always. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for another Motormouth Morning Drive. Be safe. Bye for now.